Cool mission today. So I'm gonna fly 20 miles to an airport to my south of here, Johnson or Johnston, something like that. Called ahead, it's all good. And I'm gonna meet up with Mark Huneycutt and Alayna Dickerson. We're gonna go get a sandwich. Airports have like better facilities than you know. Like you can sleep at some of them, and they have a courtesy car for just for pilots that are visiting. Like a free car that you can just hop in and like drive away in. And sometimes I feel like dude, you know, we're not like real pilots, you know, I just have a lawnmower and a kite I'm coming in on. But they're like, I feel like that, but then when I get there, I'm always treated with respect and like curiosity. You know, they have a huge interest in what we're doing, and I don't know, they like seeing something different, and they're happy to let us use the airport. So that's what we're doing. I don't normally fly my free ride in the middle of the day because, you know, it's an unrated slalom wing, right? Like it's not for that. But I want to make sure I can penetrate winds aloft. I don't know, like Tucker won the Icarus on his free ride, flew from the top of the country to the southern part of it, and that's pretty amazing. That other dude got second place in the more recent Icarus, flew across 4 different countries in Africa on his. So I should be able to go buy a sandwich on mine. We'll soon find out. Current situation? Look at that tailwind for my launch. That's not awesome. Keep switching. This might be it. Light, but here we go. So, based on the weather forecast, the best tailwind is at 2,500. The thing is, that's where those clouds are. So I would be like in and out of the clouds, which is illegal on a paramotor. I've chosen to go at about 4,000 because it is this nice combination of both smooth, it's typically smooth above the clouds, and it's beautiful. So off we go. I have found the airport. I'm gonna get below the pattern altitude here. Now I just need to get there, turn around, find a spot into the wind, out of the rotor that's flat, hopefully on grass, and hopefully not too slippery because it's super wet around here. If I'm wildly successful, I won't be too task saturated to turn the camera on and get some footage. Alright. Whoa. It was a little slippery. Nailed it. Look at that tailwind. I couldn't find a wind indicator, but you can see how the wing blew towards me. Well, that was great. First part of the mission is done. Now Mark and Alayna should come, and we'll see how that goes. Alright. I had no idea how far this walk was. It is far. I severely underestimated how hard it would be to do this walk. It just didn't look that big from the sky. It must be almost a mile, this silly runway. And I didn't know which of the buildings was like the lounge and stuff. It's all the way at the end. I'm practically here. A couple hundred yards back, I set my wing down, thinking it'd be easier to make 2 trips and take off this crazy winter coat. I'll see you soon. Well, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the hardest part of this flight, hauling the gear. It was just further than I thought. Twice while I was walking over, this guy in a pickup truck passed me on the taxiway. And I'm like, hands and knees, trying to look pitiful, which is a look I have nailed. And both times he just drove by. The second time I put my thumb up, like I was hitchhiking, and he just gave me the like, hey bro, wave. And but I'm here, waiting for Mark and Alayna to arrive. I'm gonna see if I can either Facebook Messenger them or hit them on the radio and see how close they are. Thought I'd cover the electronics situation for those of you who are curious about what I do on cross country. This is my flight log of me like getting here, and it provides a nice way for me to kind of figure out where I'm going and where I need to go. You can see it was about a 40-minute flight to head that way. And basically I program the waypoint the night before, follow the straight line, avoiding congestion, and I do my thing. This is just a battery pack. It's solar rechargeable, but you charge it before you go, and that way the phone, which is super important to me, I can charge it and just not have any like battery anxiety throughout the day because I've got this mega thing. This is a 2-meter radio. I do have a license, and it is to talk to my friends in the air. This is an aviation radio. It's connected through Senna to my helmet over there. I can use this to listen to incoming traffic and such. There we go. On their way in. So I'll probably wait for Mark. Mark says he's like 40 minutes out, which is a long time. And then I'll be able to hear him on this guy, and I might talk to him on this guy and see what's up. But they should be on their way. They're en route, both of them. Mark and Alayna are here. So that's Mark with the red wing in the lead, and Alayna with, it's hard to tell, but I know that it's purple and yellow in the back. I expect Mark will land first because he's the more experienced pilot and he'll sort of scope things out. But we'll see what's what. They need to turn around and come in from the north. All right. So I know there's the ground. You can see they're only about 50 feet up. And I think Mark is coming in for his landing. Yeah, Mark, you got this. Perfect. Now, Alayna, so I think she was just sort of letting Mark do it first, and she'll go next. Alayna's coming in for a landing. The way I feel it, she just got a big tailwind. I think she's gonna do a go around. Good call. So the wind direction can be really switchy midday, and you can see all the planes are landing what they think is into the wind this way. But standing here on the field, I'm positive that had she come in for that landing, she would have had a strong tailwind. Even now, she should land the other way. All these planes are wrong. So she should come in. Oh, here she is. I'm gonna get it. This is gonna be great. Oh, a little lift. Anticipate the sink. Beautiful! Way better than mine. Oh, that was awesome. Outstanding. I'm excited for her. Nice little town here. Mark and Alayna there, and and this is the restaurant, Sodo Sopa. It's new to me. Should be cool. It's always cool to me when we refill paramotors at an airport. Yeah. Like it's a novelty. Look how much they put in Alayna's tank. They haven't put the oil in yet. Do you think we'll be able to fill? I know it's tight for the oil. So the last time we were here, Mark busted on my clothing choice so hard, my shoes and my belt, that Blue Alpha took pity on me and sent me a belt. This time, Mark showed up with the fanny pack.
I thought we were about to talk about the gloves.
He also thinks these gloves are green when they're obviously gray. These are gray.
All right, people, what do you think? Gray or green? I think green. They think gray. But if you compare it to Woody's shirt, obviously there's a big difference. That's obviously green. But this is just a different shade of green.
There's nothing green about these, Mark. They're not even remotely
There is
green.
something green about them.
I couldn't even say to you to make you feel better that there's a hint of green in these.
I see a hint of green.
We'd be lying to you if we said you were not crazy.
Well, you know, what was that dress that people were getting confused on?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like that. Maybe we should take a picture of the gloves. It's
this is the next internet sensation. Is it gray or is it green?
Who knows?
All right. Mark is mildly self-conscious about the unicorn look that he's sporting.
I love
Come
it.
on.
Take it down.
What? It looks great.
Yeah, you know, if you could put a windsock on it, that'd be helpful for us.
Yeah.
Got the motor started, warmed up, ready to go. Everything is awesome. I am currently at 2,800 feet, roughly, and I'm headed back home. I didn't refuel at the airport because I think I have enough fuel to get back. I'm actually pretty confident, But, you know, we'll see. I'll let you know. You'll find out too. I didn't loiter around to try to get Mark and Alayna's launch because it would just add to the risk of running out of fuel, which I don't think is very high, but who knows, headwinds or something. I should have pretty much a crosswind, but kind of like a quartering tailwind. And I'm just rolling on. It's not too bumpy at this altitude. It's not too cold. It's nice. Just floating along, waiting for sunset and traveling via lawn chair. It's cool. There's a helicopter flying underneath me. I don't see that every day. Have seen it before though. I'm home. That's actually my house right there. So, I think I'm gonna do a sat, lose some altitude, and bring her in for a landing. Usually wingovers don't make my engine stall, but sometimes the sustained G's of a sat can do that. So we'll see what happens. Sat position. Get that wing tilted. Let's pull it over. There we go. Yeah. Dominator, baby. Sorry. If you pull G, sometimes you go retarded. The motor did stall. So let's start it again. All right, I'll bring her in for a landing. All right. It's hard to nail that spot landing because if you go even like 2 feet too far, then you go downhill and you go like 50 feet too far, which is what I just did.